So you want to know why I would say the Philippines is the best place in the world to retire. Well, it's like this. I've been all over the world. I've spent years, for instance, in Africa and Asia, but the Philippines, the reason I'm saying that is for two major things. Number one is if you're an American and if you're ex-military, Philippines now has a Veterans Administration hospital, which is a big thing if you're an American veteran like me. So there's that. But then there's the cost of living. I mean, yeah, it's going up in the Philippines. It's going up everywhere. The problem is most of the inexpensive places that you could retire, like Africa, like South America, the economies have gone down to the point that there are a lot of desperate people. And desperate people are dangerous. And it's just that simple. There are a lot of places that I used to say would be good places to retire. And now they'll kill you for $50. So they're not good places anymore, to my mind. They're just not safe. East Africa, for instance, Malawi, has inflation hit at the same time. And yes, I do blame the inflation worldwide on Joe Biden. Yes, I do. And you watch, under Donald Trump, it's going to get better. Everywhere in the world, it'll get better. So the problem is that when in Africa, in East Africa, in Malawi, when the inflation went up, they devalued the currency at the same time. I don't know why. I mean, I know the president of Malawi, Dr. Chakwera, he's a nice guy. He's a great guy, and he's smart. And I'm sure he had his reasons for doing it. But the timing wasn't good for the people. Because at the same time inflation was going up, the value of the currency went down. So now people who were making $10 a month, you tell them, oh, well, now all you got to do is make $40 a month. Well, if he knew how to make $40 a month, he'd have been making $40 a month already. And things in the Philippines have gone up. But this place here, where I'm at, is $300 a month. That's it. Now, this place, this apartment in Florida, for instance, this would cost me $2,500 for this same place, same square footage, same everything. So, yeah, things have gone up, but things are affordable in the Philippines, and the Philippines is pretty safe. There are some areas that are not so safe, like the autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao, ARMM. Part of Mindanao is not part of the Philippines. Part of Mindanao is independent. It is autonomous. They make their own rules, they make their own laws, and it's Sharia. And it's not a safe place, especially for white people, for Americans. It's just not. No, it's a bad idea. So if you take someplace like Cebu, where I'm at, and you take the place that I have, it's $300 a month. I found it on Airbnb. Now, the reason I did that, because in the Philippines, there really aren't laws that tell landlords they have to tell the truth. It's not enforceable. They can say anything. They can tell you everything's included, everything works, everything blah, 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 blah. And then you move in and it's not so. They can do that. But if you do it Airbnb, see, you have recourse. You can call Airbnb and say, look, these people lied to me, and the Airbnb will give you your money back and take it from them. Take it from the people who lied to you. And the people who list on Airbnb are not going to lie to you because they know that. They know Airbnb will take their money and will, blacklist them, kick them off, or however you want to put it. So they won't do that. They'll say what they mean and mean what they say. Most landlords in the Philippines are not that way. They can say literally anything. You can put an ad on Facebook that says it's a 3-bedroom townhouse and it's $250 a month. And when somebody comes, they find out it's a 2-bedroom townhouse and it's $400 a month. So what? They lied. Who cares? That's the problem. And they can say everything works, and then you go around, flush the toilets, and half of them don't work. So that's why I recommend Airbnb. But I pay $300 US for everything. Internet is included, Wi-Fi. It's not the best on the planet, but it's pretty good. It's on the beach. My electricity's included. My water's included. Everything I need is included. Only thing I had to worry about is food and transportation and my visa and all that stuff. So, and I can fly to Manila and I be for security and all that crap. It only takes a couple hours, and I can be at the clinic in Manila in about 3 hours for the VA clinic from here. So, how do you beat that? You can't. So, in the Philippines, it's a third world country, so there's a lot of stuff. It's not America. But in America, you need $2,000 to $3,000 a month to survive, just to make it, just to get by. Even if you don't have a car, it's going to cost you $2,000 to $3,000 a month for a tiny little place. And every month you're going to be worried about, how am I going to pay this? How am I going to pay that? And like California, 13% tax on everything. Well, yeah, good luck getting by there. So, for me, I would have said 5 years ago, I would have said Belize was a great place. Colombia was a great place. But the crime has just taken off. It's not a great place anymore. It's cheap, but it's not a safe place. To me, it's not. And this is my channel and my video, so I'm giving you my opinion. That's all I got. I don't have anybody else's opinion. And I could live anywhere I want to, but I live here because that's where I want to live. And I can't spend $300 a month anywhere else in the world for a nice, comfortable, safe place. There just ain't nowhere like that. Not that I know of. So, that's my opinion. You still have, you have a lot of problems in the Philippines with lines and waiting and things like that. They still do so much stuff by paper that's not electronic that it just takes forever to get stuff done. That's why you want to hire a maid like I did. They can go stand in line to pay stuff. And they can go wait in line for 2 hours if you need to get now, I've never had to do this, but let's say that I had to wait in line for 2 hours to get my visa. She could go wait in line for 1 hour and 45 minutes and then call me, and then I can go take her place in line. See? And there's a skin tax, which is common all over the world. They do it in Africa, they do it in India, they do it everywhere. You got white skin, you're going to pay more. That's how it is. So, they do that in the Philippines too. So, if it's Jollibee or McDonald's, they're not going to do that. But if it's a street market, that watermelon that everybody else is paying, say 200 pesos for that watermelon, you're going to be paying 250. That's just how it is. And I've seen them in Malawi. I've seen them see me and change the price because they saw me. I've had somebody go and ask them, how much is that? And then when I go up and ask them how much it is, it's more money because I got white skin. Now, that's another reason to have a maid in the Philippines. You just send them to go do your shopping for you. So, to my mind, for my money, and it is my money, that's I reach in my pocket and spend my money. And speaking of which, it is no problem at all to get my Social Security in the United States, in my bank in the United States. Transfer that money to PayPal. Transfer that money out of PayPal 10 seconds later into my bank in the Philippines. Only what I need. I don't have extra money just sitting in the bank in the Philippines. PayPal's safe. The bank, maybe not. ATMs, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So it's really, really good to have a little bit of extra cash around. If you have a bunch of extra cash around, don't tell nobody, especially not your girlfriend. You hear me? Yeah, don't tell your girlfriend. So anyway, that's why when I say Philippines is the best place, right now, December 31st, 2025, the Philippines is the best place in the world to retire, in my considered opinion. And I've been all over the place. I've been in every state in America at least twice. I've been all over Asia. I've been all over Africa. I've been all over South America. I'm telling you, that's my opinion. And that's why you watched my channel, to get my opinion. So now you got it. Now the VA clinic in the Philippines is outpatient, and they do everything they can do by phone. They will do by phone, which I wish they would do in the U.S., but they don't. So let's say you got an infection or something, and you just call them and you say, I got this infection, and maybe you'll use your camera phone, and they'll say, oh, okay, and they'll send you some antibiotics or tell you what to go get. They don't do that in America. No. So anyway, things like pulmonology, ophthalmology, ENT, which is ear, nose, and throat, cardiology, audiology, the ears. You just call, make an appointment, and they tell you when to be there, and they'll give you a reminder phone call, a few days in advance or a week in advance. And they usually send me call me a week in advance and send me a text a couple days in advance so I don't forget. But then you just show up and there you are. And it's a fairly small place, but that's because they do so much stuff by phone and they do so much stuff by appointment. They don't do just walk in off the street stuff. Unless, of course, it's an emergency. You're having a cardiac event or something. But anyway, the only VA hospital in the Philippines is in Manila. So, if you plan on living on one of the islands, other than Luzon, other than where Manila is, let's say you want to live on Palawan or Mindanao, which is way south. You got to figure your travel time and the expense of a plane ticket, which for Mindanao is going to be probably $150. So, that's my opinion for what it's worth. Please like and subscribe. If you have any specific questions, let me know, and I will either answer you privately or make a video about it if I think it's something lots of people want to know. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your time.